Alright, in this screencast we will talk about the Reign of Terror that occurred after or towards the end of the French Revolution, after the Republic in France had been established that overthrew the initial Ancien regime, or the Old Order. Alright, so the Reign of Terror. The Reign of Terror lasted for about 10 months, and what it was a series of accusations, trials, and executions. People wanted to eliminate resistance to the revolution. So anybody who was thought of as being against the revolution, there was a movement to get rid of these people through accusations, trials, and executions. Now, due to the threat of being accused of being against the revolution and being executed as a result, there was a wave of fear that was created throughout France. During this 10-month period, 300,000 people were arrested and 17,000 people were executed by the use of the guillotine. Another characteristic of this time period during the Reign of Terror were high prices for goods, bankruptcy, so in other words, lots of businesses had no money and lost all their money, and then also further citizen unrest. People were unhappy with the government and the way of life during the Reign of Terror. And here we have an image of somebody being brought towards the guillotine. We see the guillotine as the wooden structure there, and actually in the background you can see somebody's head being lifted up. So this picture is showing the speed at which some of these executions would happen, just one person after the other. Execution, execution, execution during the Reign of Terror. In 1795, the National Convention of France wrote a new constitution, and this created a governing body called the Directory. Alright, the Directory was a governing board of 5 men. Historians look back and say that the Directory was not effective because it was weak and corrupt and inefficient. And then it ended in 1799 when a leader named Napoleon took power militarily. Now, we'll talk about some of the effects of the French Revolution, short-term effects. For France, there was a written constitution, the monarchy ended, and a European alliance against France eventually was formed. And then there was the Reign of Terror. The long-term effects: Napoleon's seizure of power, which we'll discuss in a later video. Nationalism increased in Europe. There was the Congress of Vienna, which is eventually a diplomatic meeting of all the leaders in Europe. And the spread of revolutionary ideas to Latin America, Africa, and Asia. So the same ideas of independence and self-rule that inspired the French Revolution would eventually spread to Latin America, Africa, and Asia as well. And so that's the conclusion on the French Revolution, including the Reign of Terror. Hope you enjoyed.